And if we do this, you will actually have a good life on this earth. See, the way I look at it and the way it has to be, because we could go back all the way to the beginning. When God put Adam on earth and Eve, well, let's just say Adam because he was first. But when God put Adam on earth, what did he have to fear? Nothing, including what? Just name a few. Sickness, terror, violence, snake bite, diseases, nothing. He didn't have to fear nothing. So what is on God's mind for our lives? The same thing. Then why do we get sick? It starts with an S, a three-letter word that ends with an N. That's the reason we get sick, and that's why so many things happen. You might say, Dr. Swinney, everybody gets sick. That's right, everybody's sin. And I don't know nobody that don't commit no sin or have never committed a sin. And I'm going to show you in the Bible today, well, Paul is showing us, if you don't stay totally into the Spirit, your heart will deceive you so badly until you won't even know you've done something that was against the will of God. That's how wicked your heart is. That's the most deceptive thing you can be a part of, is your heart. God said it, so it ain't the preacher. Now, I know y'all good looking, wear pretty clothes and alligator shoes, and you got a bank full of money and all kind of thing. But you got a heart in you. If you don't, you know what? Don't you like that Proverbs 4:20? Is it 4:23? Where it says, protect your heart with all diligence, because out of it comes the issues of life. So you got to be careful that your heart don't deceive you. I love to say this, and I've been saying it almost I know ever since I've been preaching, that it's one thing for someone else to deceive you. You pretty much can get over that. You can ride on out of town and say, well, you know, I ain't gonna see them no more. So who cares what they said about me? Who cares how they feel about me? Who cares? Okay, that's a pretty raunchy attitude, but still, you don't have to be that concerned about what somebody deceiving you. But when you deceive yourself, say that's it. There ain't nothing about your life that you can perfect if you deceive your own self. And how many times have we done that, saints? See, you better learn to say amen when you hear the truth. Because you've deceived yourself many times. How many times have you thought evil about somebody and that person didn't even know you? It's so many things can go on if you allow your flesh to lead you. It's that hard, man. I'm going to tell you something. Now, let me explain one more thing. Okay, read those two scriptures, 16 and 17. Galatians 5, 16 and 17. Listen, pay attention to the scripture.
This I say then.
Okay.
Walk in the Spirit.
Okay.
And ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
What did that thing say? Walk
in the Spirit.
Okay, we're going to explain. Now, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm not going to try to explain to you what the Spirit is. I've done that in the past and many times, but today, I'm pretty much going to focus on what He does. You all know what He is? The Holy Spirit. I'm going to focus on what He does, His character. That's what I'm going to focus on mostly, not totally the whole message, but I'm going to focus on that today. So Paul said, walk in the Spirit, and you shall
not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Read the next verse.
17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit,
My goodness.
and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that ye would.
That's terrible, isn't it? But we live there too often. We stay in that zone too long. Now let me explain something to you. Now I told you what I was going to do today, and I'm going to give you one of them right now. Living in the Spirit does not take you out of the combat zone. Okay? I want you to know that just because you're born again, just because you saved, just because you can speak in tongues, dance, shout, and preach and sing, it does not take you out of the battle that you got to do with the devil. I like what John said. John in 16:33, he said, in this world, you shall have tribulation. Trouble is coming. Now we understand the second part of that scripture says, but I have overcome them, it, and those things. But you notice who has overcome them? I want to make sure we get that. He has overcome them. Look at me, saints. If you're going to be a good Christian, and we're going to back this up with scripture as we go, you're going to have to train your human spirit. He has to be trained. And how does he be trained? You ain't going to like it. Trouble, Jack. Trouble. Some things, if you don't have trouble, you will never learn it otherwise. I hate to say things like that. I really don't like that kind of preaching. But then I don't preach by what I like. I preach what I know to be the truth. There are some things I learned only because I got in a position where I couldn't help myself. But buddy, I used to be a pork lover. I eat pig feet, pig chitlins, hog maw. You name the pig, I ate it. How many times have people said, you know what, Pastor, you shouldn't eat that food like you do. I said, can't enjoy yourself, might as well go on home. I almost did. But don't nobody have to tell me not to eat it today. But they told me, my mama told me, my daddy told me, and they almost died from it, but they knew better. My wife told me 100 times, let's don't eat no pork today. I tell you what you do, sweetheart. You go and eat chicken. Go and eat what you want to eat. I'm eating me some pig feet today. Lathered down in hot sauce, vinegar, and I didn't eat the red pepper, but the tomato, that other stuff, the barbecue sauce. Man, and sweet potatoes. Big glass of something that ain't good for you. I didn't drink too many sodas, but I drank the other bad stuff. And saints, it's amazing. Once this thing tore my body up, nobody have to tell me. Nobody, I mean, I can look at this beautiful pig feet and stuff on your table and I can walk right past it. And several other things I learned. Not because I knew it, but because I had to go through it. Then you learn something. It's sad, but that's the way we